Hey everybody, it's Robot here from Vespa Motorsport in San Diego, California, also known as scooterwest.com for all things mail order Vespa in North America. I'm sitting here on a 2019 Vespa GTS 300 Notte, and the Notte is kind of known for having a lot of black on it. But there's one big problem with this scooter. It doesn't have black levers, just the standard silver ones. Pretty disgusting to me. So I'm going to show you 3 different options for black levers that just replace the stock levers. Super simple to change out, and let's jump right into it. So 5 basic tools are needed to change out the levers. If you have standard mirrors, you're going to need a 17mm wrench to remove the mirrors. Underneath the lever pivot, there's a 10mm nut. To take the handlebar cover off, you're going to need a T25 Torex, so the star style driver. That's also included in the toolkit with the scooter. You're going to need a larger flat blade screwdriver and a small Phillips to remove 2 little screws. I also recommend Maxima grease for lubricating the pivots of the lever. We sell this part number of grease, simple enough. So 3 different options for black levers for the Vespa GTS 250 or 300. Starting with just the stock style levers in a black powder coated finish. These are brand new OEM levers that have been powder coated black. Part number 497042-BK. Same part number as the factory lever. If you're looking something a little sporty and closer to the grip, I would recommend these dog lever shaped levers. Part number on these is 497042-BZ-BK. They also come in silver without the BK suffix. So if you're looking for something fancier, more customized, and adjustable, I'd recommend these levers. They're fully adjustable, so you can adjust the position the lever is, the distance between the grip and the lever. Part number on these is 497042-AD-BK, made by PM Tuning. So you need to remove a single screw right in the center below the headlight. It's a T25 Torex. One tip to keep the screw from falling off is to put a little grease on the tip of the driver, and the grease will hold the screw. It's easier if you do remove the horn cover, but it is possible to remove the front cover without removing the plastic horn cover down the center of the this scooter here. And if you like, and you're not confident in the grease, you could always put your finger back there, to help the screw out. You can see the grease is holding the screw. Pretty nice little trick there. So there's a pair of small screws that are located right under the start switch and also the horn. Use a small Phillips screwdriver. Keep in mind there is a washer with that screw. And then on to the left side, an identical screw. So start from the right side, get your finger underneath the plastic, and there's a tab that pulls away from the frame. Then you do the same on the other side. You kind of lift up the handlebars and work it towards, see I'm lifting it up and also pulling it towards the left. And it disengages the little plastic tabs that I'll show you. Single connector for the headlight bulb. It's a perfect opportunity to replace that headlight with the LED. So this old-fashioned incandescent bulb that these come with. And you can see there's a tab here, and in the center, and another pair on the right. That's what engages with the plastic rear housing that houses the handlebars. Now we have access to the fasteners that hold the lever. So you need a 10mm wrench, and go ahead and loosen that. You don't need to remove the nut all the way. I'm just holding the wrench in place. Now you can pull the single screw out all the way. This is a special step screw. That's the lever pivot. And once the threads pass, it may release the nut. I could tell the nut is separated, so hold your hand underneath it. There's the nut. Now, on the last little bit, you want to hold the lever, because sometimes the lever will want to pull off. So there's the pivot. You can see they put no grease on this, or very little. It's just a real thin film of grease. I'll tell you, the levers work a lot better once they have grease on it. Put your hands under here. There's going to be a pair of washers that are held with very little grease from the factory. I'll quickly show you the 3 different levers and how they look. The camera will be in the same spot for each of the levers so you can get an idea of where the lever is. So there's the stock. Here's the stock lever with the black finish. Looks much better. The dog lever. One thing you can keep in mind is these are directional. So if you put the other side, you're going to get the softer side up. So this is the correct side for the right. You can see it's got the angle that ramps up, slightly closer to the grip versus a stock lever. And last but not least is the fully adjustable lever. So put that in place, and you can see that there's different positions that pushes it further away or as close as we'll be here. And this is more of a 2-finger lever, so you use it more on the outside there. So we're going to go ahead and put the stock style levers, but in the black powder coated finish. First thing you want to check is make sure the fastener goes through. Sometimes they may have extra coating. We do have that mask before we coat it. If there is a little bit, you can just use a knife and scrape the coating out. Next, you want to check the washers, the pair of washers. Sometimes you can't get both washers in. We'll see if the pair will work. You can see the bottom one doesn't fit quite as well. 2 options. You can either carve the powder coat out with a knife to get the fit better. You know, it's pretty close, but you can see there's a lot of friction to it. So top one seems to fit pretty good. The bottom one looks like we'll have to go in there and do a small amount of scraping. It is possible to leave just one of the washers out. I've never seen any ill effects of doing so, but you could use a knife and carefully scrape the powder coat out. Another option, if you want to take a lot of the powder coat off, you can use a Dremel tool. So before you put the screw through, test fit it. You can see there's very little friction. That's perfect. So next we'll apply some grease to hold the washers in place and also lubricate the pivot points. This is the heel that actuates on the plunger. And then we'll go ahead and slide that in. And I've found the fully adjustable anodized aluminum levers, they don't need any trimming. The powder coated levers need a small amount that I illustrated there. The dog legs need a little bit more trimming of the powder coat. Oops. So sometimes it takes a little bit to kind of get everything to line up. You could grease the bolt if you like, but all it needs is a small amount of grease. Make sure it returns all the way. There's no friction. Put the nut back in place. I'm just holding the one throttle cable out of the way. And you can snug the lock. And there you go. So now that we got the levers all installed, go ahead and reconnect your headlight. Turn the handlebars to the far left and carefully work the handlebar cover back on. You know, starting from the top, you kind of want to get all the snaps in place, kind of like a Lego. They snap all in place. And that's how the top is held in place. Make sure the gap is good on the bottom. You know, sometimes it doesn't quite get in the right spot. May need a small amount of adjustment. replace the 2 small screws. Take care not to over tighten these. These just go directly into plastic. And last, the center screw. Still held in place with the grease. Sometimes this one's a little hard to get started. Much better with the black levers. Pretty inexpensive upgrade to really dress up this all black scooter. The black levers, good addition to many other colors. Whether you're going for a different style lever or for comfort reason you want closer levers such as the dog levers or adjustable levers. Many reasons you may want to change out the levers, or maybe the bike went down and you change out the levers. Pretty simple job. Hope I really liked it. Till next time, it's Robot here from Vespa Motorsport here in San Diego. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Vespa Motorsport. Follow me, Robot Vespa. Subscribe to our channel. Check out the over 400 Vespa related videos that we have up on YouTube. Till next time, Robot here.